Now, before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to each and every last one of you for sticking around due to my very long absence. Man, when I say that whole like what 48 maybe 47 days I've been gone from YouTube and haven't dropped any heat lately, it was stressful because I was trying my best to get back to sit in front of this camera and hit that little red button for you guys with something dope. But man, have no fear, I am back. Everything is squared away. Everything, my time has been opened back up once again to drop some more heat from the rack stores. And have no fear as well, I found some solid ones. One of them or a few of them are a hit and a miss, but you shall see in future videos. Dope finds as well. So with that out of the way, let's go. Ooh, what's up everybody? This your boy Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I will be doing a full review on two dope finds that I got from my local TJ Maxx for the dolo price of $30 and some change. Now, when I first stepped into this particular TJ Maxx, I wasn't really looking for anything in particular, but I have seen some great talk of these two particular fragrances, and it very much intrigued me to pick these up, especially since I haven't even been in a rack stores for the past like 48 days as well, and that is a very long time away from home. But I'm talking too much. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. All right, so one of those fragrances that I got from my local TJ Maxx is from the house of Lacoste. It is Lacoste Match Point. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we have a nice, good looking box, and it has the size and concentration at the bottom here with the little gator in front of Lacoste right there. On the back displayed is the ingredients. You got the gator on top of the box. Nothing special at the bottom of the box, just the barcode and that batch code right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like right there in the bottom corner. And here is the slick looking bottle. I do like this bottle. I like the green juice that's in it. I like how the bottle is designed with the little ridges on the side of the bottle right there. And I do like how the cap looks as well. On the top of the cap, you got the gator engraved at the top of the cap there. Nothing on the inside of the cap. Nothing on the back. Surprisingly, it was supposed to be like all bottles, like a little sticker at the bottom right here, but there's nothing at the bottom of the bottle right there. What's the atomizer looking like though? Standard. Now, what do I get out of this fragrance? This fragrance opens up as a powdery green floral masculine type of a scent. Very herbaceous, musky in a dry down. It has a soft, kind of a warm spice to it, not too much. You know, it's kind of soapy as well as it dries down your skin, like a green powdery soapiness with a little hint of floralness to accompany that soapiness. And I must say, it's not bad. Let's dive into those notes, shall we? So in the top, we get some basil, grapefruit, and some pink pepper. Now I mentioned that it does have some herbaceousness when it comes to this fragrance in the opening, and that basil delivers quite nicely. Also with that grapefruit, I really don't get like a bunch of grapefruit when it comes to that opening, but you do get that juicy tartness from the grapefruit that is kind of being like swallowed with that basil, but it does its thing quite nicely, and you do pick it up, but not too much, at least on my skin. Pink pepper, you know, has like this somewhat of a sweet like spice to it, and when I said it was soft spicy, I mean that pink pepper is what's giving it that sweet spiciness, that soft spiciness in the opening, which does its thing greatly. As you go into the mid notes though, you get some clary sage, gentiana, however you want to pronounce that, and some geranium. Green, rosy, floral-like geranium that's masculine, and it does very, very well with that basil. Clary sage gives it a little bit more of a green, sweet, soft, like herbaceousness as well. That Gentiana, however you want to pronounce that again, gives it that little bit of a masculine floral touch. Kind of feminine, but is more so masculine at the same time. So once you get into that base notes though, you get that cashmere and that vetiver. That musky animalic touch. As it completely dries down on your skin, you get a dry, musky animalic touch to it when it comes to that cashmere. And that vetiver makes it even more dry and masculine. It doesn't really give off like a dry smokiness that it does in other fragrances when it comes to that vetiver, but it does give it like a somewhat of a dry, like masculine type of appeal to it. That makes it even more masculine in terms of that cashmere and that vetiver. So overall, you get this dope, like soapy floral, masculine floral that's green, herbaceous with a little bit of fruitiness and a spice to it as well. I wasn't expecting this to smell this great. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting it to be like, matte at best. I just thought that it wouldn't amount to anything, judging by the brand Lacoste. But Lacoste has some very, very solid fragrances out there. But I heard some good things about this and some bad ones. So I was, just making assumptions. But that's my fault. Because when I tried this and tested it out, it did its thing in terms of the way that it smells. But the performance though, the performance did not do too well. It was average to below average at best. Now, if you were to overspray with this, you probably would have a decent time, in terms of the performance and the high heat, for that matter. But on my skin, it just did not hit well to me. It didn't hit that standard of projection and performance that I would think that or expect to have out of this. But in terms of the way that it smells though, this is a stunning smelling fragrance. Just wish the performance was a little bit better, but $30 and some change, you're not really beating yourself because it is a cheapie. $30 and some change for this, it's not bad. I just highly recommend that you overspray and wear in high heat situations. Speaking of the price, I forgot to show off the price that's attached to the cellophane right here. $30 and some change from TJ Maxx. So the performance on me was like 45 minutes to an hour of projection, set close to the skin after that. And it became a skin scent after like the hour to 2 hour mark, but it still maintained like a soft sillage before it just completely disappeared, which is a bummer. Total longevity was a good 3 to 4 hours. Now, if I were to just drown myself with this, I'm pretty sure I would get more than that, but this is a 50 milliliter size bottle, and I feel like you would go through this quite fast. So if you can find a big bottle of this for a decent price, I'll go that route. But if you have like a solid collection like I do that does the job well in terms of like that green, fresh, soapy herbaceousness, I would say pass on this. But if you don't have anything in terms of this scent profile in particular, I would say definitely pick this up in terms of the way that it smells, because it smells fantastic. But if you can ignore the performance and stuff like that, at least on my skin, I say go for it. All right, in terms of the seasons, doesn't matter. If you want to wear it in winter time, fall time, whatever time of the year, that's up to you. But specifically, I would say this is a good spring and summertime, due to the fact of that green soapy freshness that you get out of here with a little hint of fruitiness from that grapefruit that really makes this fragrance pop in warm weather. But like I say, wear it however, whenever, it does not matter, specifically spring and summertime with this one. Now, if you want to know the age group with this one, what age bracket does this fall under? I would say this is middle age on due to that vetiver and that cashmere and dry down that you get in the base of this fragrance. It does open up quite youthful and stuff like that in terms of that fruitiness, that spice, and that a little bit of that soapy floralness that you get from the top into the mid. But it does get quite masculine in the dry down. So I will have to say middle age on up with this one. But if you are a younger gentleman and you like this, it does not matter. Break the rules. Who cares? If you like it, wear it. I do it all the time. I'm pretty much each and every last one of you do it. So yeah, I'm talking too much. Spring and summertime, middle age on up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, should you buy Match Point by Lacoste? I definitely think that you should, if you can ignore the performance, because the performance on me was not too hot, not too great. But I believe if you were to drown yourself with this, I'm pretty sure you would get at least like an average time in performance. Also, at the same time, if you can find a bigger bottle of this, and if you decide to overspray with this, I'm pretty sure you'll run through this 1.6 ounce bottle quite fast. But however, the way that it smells, it is a gorgeous masculine dope scent. I definitely highly recommend this scent if you are interested. Ladies and gentlemen, Match Point from Lacoste. Okay, so up next is a fragrance that I have not seen in years. I mean, like over a decade. I've worn this fragrance back in 2011, like 2010 actually. And I've never seen it since then. I wore the crap out of this fragrance back in the day. And it looks like they have revived this fragrance from the dead. And I'm so glad that they did, and selling it at a dope price. Judging by the size of this bottle, a 6.8, and the price, cannot go wrong with this one. But I'm talking too much again. So from the house of Hollister, we have SoCal. Here is this lovely island beach-like box. And as stated before, this is a 6.7 ounce bottle, not 6.8, 6.7 ounce bottle. 200 milliliters of greatness. Eau de cologne concentration. And on the box you have some ingredients and a little bit of a core description right there. It is beachy and warm, which is exactly what it is, but it's a little bit more than that, and I'll get to that in a minute. And here is the bottle. I really do like this bottle. Looks like a little whiskey bottle, but the bottle design is very kind of nostalgic versus the one that was discontinued. That bottle I like the most, but this one is like a little modern day take on it, which I do like nonetheless. On this sticker, you got the size and concentration at the bottom. You cannot see that, but there it is, in case you were wondering. Here's the cap. Nothing inside the cap. Nothing on top of the cap. The atomizer, though. That atomizer is dope. This fragrance, for it to be $30 and some change in a bottle size of this and smelling this great, this fragrance opens up with a warm vanilla beach-like woody accord. And that's all that you get, really. Is fruity, is warm, is beachy, like tropical vanilla type of a smell to it that is just very intoxicating, very breathtaking, if you will. Uplifting. You will look at this bottle and you think that it's like a wintertime scent, and it's not. It is very, very beach-like, summery oriented. And it smells just like I remembered. Brings back a lot of memories, man. A lot of memories. They probably did like a little tweaks here and there, but nonetheless, it smells the same to me. And I'm so glad to have this in my hands right now. When it comes to note breakdown, though, I went on Fragrantica and there's nothing there. There's literally like a blank space. I couldn't see anything. Maybe it was a glitch on the website around the time I looked. And I just looked a few minutes ago to see if I could find anything, but I couldn't find nothing. On Scentbox, it's a website called Scentbox. They said that the accords is like vanilla, fruity, and woody accord. And that's pretty much all that I can find. If you can find any type of note breakdown, be generous enough to leave it down in the comment section below for myself and everybody else. When this dries down, the dry down is everything. Beautiful, so relaxing, so calming, just so inviting and just captivating and just Oh man, this is a great vacation type of a scent. You go on vacation, going to like, Vegas or any type of like beach island or whatever it is that you like cruises and stuff like that, especially that. You go on a cruise when it's hot, can't go wrong with this one. It has like this fresh, sparkly, fruity laundry sheet type of a smell that is kind of dry and beach-like. That's in the opening that is just tremendously well put. And I say that with so much passion because, man, this brings back so many good memories. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now that I got the good part of the way, let's get into the bad part. As you saw and as stated before, this is an eau de cologne concentrated fragrance. And you would assume that by it being an eau de cologne is not going to last that long, and you will be correct. It doesn't. Sadly though, which is probably why they put this in a 6.7 ounce bottle so you can go hammer time with the trigger and you might get the performance that you're seeking, because I didn't. At least I had got a good 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours to be generous out of it by overspraying a little bit, but I didn't overspray that much, but I did overspray. Man, it's a bummer because this is a great smelling fragrance. Brings back a lot of memories. I just wish it hit harder in performance, but it doesn't. So the projection was good for like 30 minutes. Then it set close to the skin after that. Decent little soft sillage, you still be able to pick it up, even spray it on clothes, or even stronger on clothes. But the total longevity on me was like a good 2 to 3 hours for it to be generous. But yeah, for $30 and some change for the size bottle, for this size bottle and the way that it smells, it's a steal. You're just probably not gonna get the performance that you are seeking, but that's the only bummer about it. I forgot to display the price sticker with the cellophane again. $30 and some change. There you go. So in the terms of the, seasons to rock this bad boy, it's pretty obvious, spring and summertime. More so summertime, because you really do need a nice amount of high heat in order for this bad boy to pop. You really do. Springtime, you have like moderate temperatures where it's warm, but not hot, but you definitely need some hot for this one. So I would say more so summertime with this one. This is a summertime banger. But if you want to wear it in the springtime, you can. You're probably just not going to get that pop as you would in the summertime with that heat. So I would say spring and summertime, but more so summertime again. Now, if you're asking me about the age group with this one is very, very youthful. So younger gentlemen to middle age can definitely pull this off quite nicely. However, if you are an older gentleman, as I always say in all of my videos, you can wear this nonetheless. It does not matter. But in my specifics, okay, younger men to middle-aged men can definitely pull this off quite a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so should you buy from the house of Hollister, SoCal? I definitely, for nostalgic purposes, if you one of those type of people that loved this fragrance back in the day and you was on a hunt looking for it and stuff like that, and it finally popped back out under the grave, from out the grave, and it's showing its lovely face once again, I definitely say you should pick this up. But be advised of the performance, man. The performance is not touching bases with my standards of performance out of fragrances at all. But I can ignore that fact and wear it just for the simple fact of the nostalgic purposes and how lovely this smells. So if you can get past that performance, I highly advise you to pick this one up. For the price and the size of this bottle, you are not beating yourself at all. So that's all that I have for Scent Talks TV, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you know what to do. You gotta like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there and be blessed. Have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.